Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Martin Nygate. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Gente Communications. Woo! And we've launched an app called Nanu. So, what is the problem that we're trying to solve? You're probably familiar with these companies, Line, Viber, Skype, providing VoIP communications. And you already know that when you try and make a call on your cell phone, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, primarily because they use a lot of bandwidth. These VoIP applications themselves, they generally work on uncongested 3G and 4G networks. In addition, they only provide free calls from app to app, i.e. Skype to Skype, Viber to Viber, Nanu to line to line, and so on. And they were really designed for the world's first billion. So the population that are in environments where there is massive amount of capacity on cellular networks. In addition, they also have a questionable revenue generation stream, and this is something that you're all familiar with. So what is the solution? We've developed at Gente some unique technology that allows us to run at 80% bandwidth, 80% less bandwidth than the conventional Skype, Viber, Line, WhatsApp, and WeChat. As a result, we are the only app in the world that's designed to work on 2G, 3G, 4G, Wi-Fi, even on satellite. And as a result, we are able to offer not only free calls, Nanu to Nanu, but we've developed a business model I'll come on to in a second that enables us to offer free calls from Nanu to any landline, any mobile, anywhere in the world. And that means the end of phone bills. In addition, in another few months, we'll be launching our next release, which will have free messaging as well as free SMSs from Nanu to mobiles anywhere in the world. Talking about the market size, well, you might ask, what is the size of the 2G market? Well, it's in fact over 50%. It's about 60% of the world's population are still covered by 2G. But even in 3G markets, like in the Philippines, like in India, Indonesia, these 3G networks are congested. And Skype, Viber, Line, WhatsApp, and WeChat don't really work very well over congested 3G networks. Only uncongested 3G networks. And this will continue. The end is for 2017, and you can see that Skype, Line, Viber, WhatsApp, WeChat, they only work on the top 25% of the spectrum. So how do we earn money? Well, we've got two ways of generating revenue. The first way is that to give you free Nanu to non-Nanu calls. You download third-party apps. We've implemented in Nanu an ad wall that allows you to download third-party apps to generate credit and to make free calls Nanu to non-Nanu. So you can call your auntie in America for free. But that's not where the real money is. Here's where the real money is. We've developed technology that allows us to insert an advert over a ringtone. You see, what happens today when you make a call and you're hearing for 7 seconds, ring, 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 and the other person picks up? Well, with Nanu, what happens is during that ringtone, over the ringtone, you hear an advert. This call is brought to you by Nescafe. Click on the banner at the end of the call for your free sachet of coffee. That revenue from the advertising offsets the cost of the calls, which enables us to deliver and to give to you free calls, Nanu to non-Nanu. The advertisers themselves are very excited about this, because we're all familiar with these pop-up banners and pesky banners that come on our cell phones. And banners on cell phones have been identified as not really working very well. There's banner blindness, and for a lot of reasons, we don't really react to banners on mobile phones. We've solved the problem for the advertisers. The voiceover is far more attractive at generating brand awareness, at generating click-through rates. Why? Because first and foremost, it's completely non-intrusive. The problem with YouTube and Spotify is that when you want to watch a movie, for the first 3 or 4 seconds you might have to watch an advert. Well, with Nanu, it's completely non-intrusive. As soon as the recipient picks up the call, the advert ceases. In addition, because you're listening, it's not like the radio. You're actively listening, so you'll remember the brand. So the brand recall rates are very high. And of course, it's guaranteed delivery. We're offering to the advertisers not only geolocation, but we can also target the users by age, sex, occupation, and profession. And this enables them to do what they call the holy grail of marketing, targeted, one-to-one marketing. We're completely disrupting. We're disrupting the telcos, we're disrupting the advertising market. Handset manufacturers, we've just signed an agreement with the largest handset manufacturer in India, selling 1 million units per month. And a company called Intex, within 3 months, they'll launch a phone in India that will come out of the box with free calls. Out of the box. This is going to completely turn the mobile handset manufacturers industry on its head. So, a little bit about us in numbers. We were established in December 2013. We launched in August 2014. We have 2.3 million downloads worldwide. We have users in 211 countries and 1.6 million in India, which of course is our biggest market. We have 26 people, and we work in offices in Singapore and in Cebu. Our management team, myself, Daniel's my son, he's the techie, he's the guy who invented this technology, and Marcus is our CFO, who's been in this business for many, many years. So finally, thank you for your time, and please don't forget, download Nanu now on Android or iOS. Download Nanu, make free calls now. Thank you very much.
So the judges will now have 4 minutes to ask any questions.
Questions? I apologize, I was too eager to run off. Shoot.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. I'm also frustrated with Skype, absolutely. So, but they are very strong. And again, so after they is going to accept seriously, how do you compete?
Okay, great question. First of all, we have to know that Skype, Viber, WhatsApp, WeChat, they target the first billion of the world's population. The first billion of the world's population are already well catered for. They live in environments where there's high network capacity. They're not my target market. My target market are the working class in developing countries, India, the Philippines, Indonesia. These are my people. Skype, Viber, Line, WhatsApp, WeChat were not designed to work in these areas. So whereas Skype, Line, Viber, WeChat, WhatsApp are focused on the first billion, we're going after the second to the third to the fourth billion. Those are my people.
Hi, I did the Viber acquisition for Rakuten, so we have a lot to talk about.
Great.
So, actually, we can talk about that during drinks. But in terms of your MAU, you said 2.1 million downloads. What's your MAU right now?
When we launched in August last year, August, September last year, it was basically an open beta. So we have 2.3 million users worldwide. In terms of our MAUs and our DAUs, our monthly active users, I think, is over 300,000 MAUs. Bearing in mind that our next release, version 2, which is coming out in about 3 months' time, that will be our actual release, because we've had to learn a lot. There was a steep learning curve since we launched in August. We had to learn a lot, because remember, this has never been done in developing markets. So we have to learn a lot about developing markets, how they react, how they behave, and we've incorporated all of these changes into our new release that will be ready on around about September time. Any other questions? Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nanu.